In this video, I want to speak from my heart and I want to talk about expectations. I'm not perfect. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I have flaws. I'm not the richest guy. Might be the poorest with, I would say, physical things. But does that even matter? But back to the topic at hand, expectation. I'm at a point where I want to release the expectation that I have of everyone and just go through life and expect everyone to be themselves. And I have all these high expectations for myself, and sometimes it's hard to live up to those expectations. It's really hard to live up to those expectations. And when I fall short, I keep beating myself up. And it's just this cycle of trying to reach this expectation, falling short, trying, and that leading to quitting and giving up and starting over and quitting and giving up and starting over in this whole cycle of you just moving around, doing a bunch of things, trying a bunch of things, and nothing seemed to work because of this high expectation, this pressure that I put on myself to be this perfect person. Now, let's bring God into this conversation. Let's use, say, the Bible. And these are all questions, these are all conversation pieces that I have. This is just little thoughts, and like I said, I'm speaking from my heart. So whatever comes up, I'm not aware of what's gonna come up in this conversation, but I just want to have this conversation with you, and let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a timestamp so I know where you're talking from and what you're talking about. We can have a conversation in the comments. What's God's expectation for us? That's a fair question to ask. I haven't been praying. There's been a lot of doubts when it comes to God and the content that I used to listen to about consciousness and consciousness being God and the I am awareness and all of these manifestation. When you go into the manifestation realms of things on social media, so that kind of brought me away from the Christian faith of believing. It brought doubt into my mind about Jesus. It brought doubt into my life about God. There is doubt, and Lord, please forgive me for my doubt. I hate feeling like there's this expectation that I have to live up to, that I don't know what it is. I hate feeling as if I'm not good enough for even God to love me. And if even there's a God that exists, why would he love me? Why would he want to do anything anything with me. I am nothing. I am nobody. I am a failure. What makes you a failure? I asked that question to myself in my previous video. What makes us a failure? Is it our accomplishments? Is it us not doing what God created us to do? And I go back even further and ask a question. What did God create us to do? And some people would say He created us to create. He created us to, there's all these answers out there in the world from these preachers, these pastors, a lot of these things. And the truth, I need the truth. My soul needs the truth. Let's go back to expectation. Sometimes I feel like I'm my worst enemy. Maybe sometimes I hold myself back from if there's an actual God and if He actually loved me and if Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. And the fact that I did nothing to receive His love. There's this Xbox X series over there, right there on the ground right now. I was in town one of these days with an acquaintance of mine, and we were driving out. We went to get some food, and he had gotten a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. He had an Xbox series, and I was like, yo, let me get the Xbox. Oh, he's like, yo, you can take it. Now, I got the Xbox series for free. He just wanted $50, and I had to kind of force him until I could pay him $50. And I got the Xbox series, and it's just been sitting on the floor right there. I haven't even used it. I have no desire to use it. So I say that to say this. When you receive things for free, you might not see the value in it. So now I have to think about things and be like, am I doing the same thing when it comes to Christ? My Bible is just sitting right here, haven't been open. There's church I haven't been going to like consistently anymore. I stopped going. So am I looking over the thing that I have received for free just because I didn't have to hustle and work and struggle for it? That's a good question to ask yourself. That's a good question to ask myself. And as we're having this conversation, I'm not doing it from a place of confusion. It's crucial that we don't have this conversation from a place of confusion, but from genuine sincere yearning for the truth. Yeah, I believe I use the right words there. So from this moment moving forward, all all expectations will be dissolved. And take a moment to let that marinate. I'm looking at this board right behind this phone, and it says love always trust. Everyone, but I think I'm not sure if the Bible actually say it, but pastors, prophets, preachers, they say God is love. Love always trusts. God always trusts. He trusts himself. Hmm. Now, as I relax into my heart and I become aware of my heart, for some reason I can sense the path ahead of me, and the path is going through my heart. So there might be heartbreaks up ahead. I can sense the heartbreaks up ahead. I can sense certain little things up ahead, but I know my heart got stronger. I know I'll be able to deal with whatever heartbreak, whatever challenge, maybe my death of family, all of these things. And the big expectations that I have of myself is to get to a place financially. I have my own place, my own house, so my kids, my son, I could just do whatever I want for them. Before I'm met with certain challenges, like the death of a parent, the death of a brother, the death of a loved one, me being in the position that I'm in, the pressure is because if that should happen and me being in the position that I'm in right now, financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, I won't be at service. Shit, I'm not even able to help fully with my son. And I mentioned this in my previous video or videos. I feel like I'm just spinning in the same place, but there's no motion. Now, I had struggled with porn, masturbating for years now, and it's getting better, but I've been cutting it down now to like once a week, maybe like once every 2 weeks. So that is something that I can see how it affects you, and I see how when you don't do it, how it affects you, and how you also have a relationship with food that needs to be worked on. So these are good things that you could say could hold you back in life if you don't cultivate the discipline and, you know, to control your urges. And I've come a long way. You know, I haven't had sex with a human being. Not that I haven't tried in a couple months, but I didn't try with the energy of I gotta get it done. I tried with the energy knowing that I shouldn't be doing this. So I have to go at it because I didn't want it to work. Because if it actually did work, I would have ended up doing it. So I didn't went with the full as if let's do this. I'm gonna put energy into this and let it happen. No, I went halfway because I know what I was doing was wrong. So maybe God intervened and saved me from going backwards when it comes to having sex outside of marriages and stuff like that. So that's a thumbs up for me when it comes to that side of things. But yeah, there's a lot of expectations, standard that I set for myself. Maybe it's some childhood fantasy of what I didn't have. I wanted to create that, but somehow life is life. Life don't play out the way you want it to sometimes. So what do? That's where adapting come in. You have to adapt to the circumstance or rise above the circumstance and try to get the lesson out of it. You could use the law of cause and effect. Because this happened to me, I'm going to transmute it and cause this effect. Positive effect. Negative cause, positive effect. So in our life, we're gonna have all these negative things that come up, and you can use a negative cause and turn it into a positive effect. All of these things that I'm talking about in these videos could be considered negative, but sitting down and being vulnerable to this camera, being authentic, pouring my heart out, is a positive experience, is a positive effect. Because you watching this video, you can relate. And now, if we all can relate and we all can sit down and have these deep, vulnerable conversations about how we truly feel deep on the inside, there won't be so much separation. And we could come to an understanding and try to figure out and find the truth together. But there's so much separation in the world. And I'm guilty of it. I like to stay to myself too at times. But there's just so much expectation of what you should be by what age, how much money you should have, what car you should be driving, where you should be living, all these things. Why do we put all of these things on ourselves and weigh ourselves down? And then when we don't live up to that expectation, we blame God. We blame ourselves, which would say we're the one to blame. We're the devil. Sometimes I believe the devil even get blamed for things that my man God forgive me. Sometimes that guy probably is like, me? Why y'all blaming me for stuff? You doing that by yourself. You know, so sometimes I probably feel bad for that guy, the devil. That's funny. The devil is sitting there just chilling. You're like, the devil made me do it. And the devil is like, hey, me. And the devil is like, God, you see this? Me. You get what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes we human beings, we do crazy stuff and then we blame it on the devil. We put ourselves in bad situation, then we blame it on the devil or God. Ah, Jesus. uh, so now you see, all these expectations we have of ourselves, all these milestones, these goals, these accomplishments, these things that we're trying to, well, let me get this, let me do this. It's keeping us stuck. It's keeping us trapped for from what truly matters. What truly matters? That's a good question to ask. Shit, still trying to figure it out. Why are we here? What truly matters? Bringing soul to Christ? What was the plan before Jesus Christ even came here? What was the original plan for man? Is it, wow, there's so much questions, and yes, there's preachers out there saying this is the truth. There's this, there's the Bible, there's the Quran, there's the all these books, these spiritual texts, these all these other things telling you this was this. How do we know the truth? I believe these are valid questions to ask. There's this prophet that I listen to. It's called Prophet Lovey. His teaching of the whole situation with Jesus, God, and Revelation makes so much sense. Pastor Michael Todd, you know, there's a few of them out there that really break things down. But let's go back to expectation. I want to go off topic here. We have these expectations for ourselves, for our kids, for our family, for our life, for our this. And then when we don't live up to those expectations, we think we're failures. Who gave us those expectations to begin with? Where did they originate from? Did they originate from love? Did they originate from fear? Was it the traumatic situation in our life that give us these desire? There's a lot of questions that need answers. But yeah, I believe this is where I want to end this video. If you have any thoughts on the situation at hand, let me hear your thoughts about it. Leave it in the comments. Leave a timestamp throughout wherever you're replying to, so I can go back when I read your comments and I can see and listen, so I can understand what you're saying, and we can have a conversation in the comments. We can, go back and forth and have a conversation. With that being said, feel free to check out the description. Feel invited to check out the merch, the ebook. If you want to support me, even just leave a like and a comment. That's it. But if you feel invited, I'd like to invite you to support the channel, support the movement. Every dollar you spend with me, everything, it helps. It's going to help me, it's going to help my family, it's going to help my movement, and it's going to help me get into a better position where I can come on here and serve you guys. We can have more of these conversations. I can start giving back to the world, you know. But I'm in a season right now where I'm going to try to become more disciplined with these aspects of my life, with these, you know, be disciplined, make my bed, get up, routine, be disciplined, you know, and yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video.